Another episode of Tediore Allegiance. Yay! Drinking Rock and Rye Fago, and I've got Pickle Rick Pringles. Gonna finish up Rust Commons East. Always with the resetting my missions against my will. I hate that. Like the game can't figure out that I know better than it does how I want things to be done. I don't like some machine thinking it has the right to make decisions for me. I'll put this one on. Two different Corodies to be used in two different ways, I guess.
Scans do one thing really well. Power. And honestly, what else do you need? Lads are the best armed mercs out there.
Normally I wouldn't bother with that.
Step right up.
I'd sell one of them under most circumstances. I'd hazard an educated guess that I'll hit level 50 by the end of this session. Obligatory.
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
A clip is a device other than a speed loader used for loading a magazine or cylinder. Also, SNS doesn't make combat rifles.
Give us your hungry, and we'll give them our leftovers.
They make machine guns.
And we'll give them a job that might pay.
Hello, traveler! There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction Bounty Board.
We are Atlas.
Interested in a level 49 Intense Cobra or Intense Stomper. Preferably with barrel 4, body 5. Any type of stock, sight 2, and an 18-round base mag capacity. Stock 3, 4, or 5 preferred.
Step right up. This price is available on all weapons and gear. Forget your rad.
Stock type matters less on a dog.
Excellent.
The answer is supposed to be tank plus ammo capacity.
Talk to you later.
Whether you are healing bad guys or exploring the unknown, you need a trusty gun by your side.
Also interested in a new masher.
What do you need? That'll do for now.
Healing? Step right up. Are you about ready to get rolling?
Wouldn't mind a double anarchy. Or an SMG with Twisted Barrel 3. Oh, is that going to be a Jacobs Double X Master that I can't use because this is a Tediore Allegiance run? No. That makes it not so much of a disappointment. Barrel 5, but it also has body 1. 2 ordinary. Only interested in mashers or elementals when it comes to revolvers. I jump out the wrong way, of course. I might get some use out of that revolver just because it has barrel 5.
Will return to break the bothersome shackles of freedom and choice that have plagued your weary minds.
Battle Cobra. I want a level 49. Green will do if it has good parts. Level 49 Tediore Intense Cobra or Intense Stomper. It doesn't specifically have those. It doesn't specifically need to have those parts I specified. Those are just the preferred parts. I want barrel 3, 4, or 5.
Lady luck.
Body type 3 or 5. Because 4 gives you increased damage but also decreased fire rate. 7.7 is the bare minimum fire rate for combat rifles. I guess that's acceptable, but not exceptional. Barrel 5, body 1, possibly a Mag 4 type of cylinder. Barrel 1, body 2, I think, and a Mag 5 type of cylinder. Despite the stats, I would still favor this one because of barrel 5. I really want a masher with barrel 4 and body type 2 or better is preferred. Bare minimum fire rate of 1.3. Top choice. Got those already. Now I should jump out the right way, which in this case is to my right. Yes. Because I'm headed this way.
Don't let the lads get the upper hand. It had better go today.
I could sell this and not feel bad about it, but I'm going to keep it. I could sell this and not feel bad about it just because it's too ordinary. Same for this one. See, I don't even go by label color so much. Fire rate not good enough. Good body type on that. That's about it though. It's got barrel 1, body 5, stock 1, sight 2, and a 12-round mag, which is chintzy. See, 7.7 fire rate because this has body 4, which the Guardian always does. That's its defining part. The body type is always the defining part on all Teddy Legends, Tediore legendaries. And just in case you're just tuning in, I should point out that the whole reason I'm doing Tediore Allegiance as Mordy and not SNS is to illustrate that Mordy can get the most use out of Tediore, despite the fact that they don't make sniper rifles.
Want to give you an invitation? Come here. Did you get lost already?
Ranger build, complete with Ranger class mod, combined with combat rifle with the intense prefix. I call that designated marksman. I can't remember when the last time was I had a Panacea. Something else I'd like to get my mitts on. Preferably with decent parts. Because I want good stats too, not just the effect of the shield. Decent torment right there. Chintzy on the mag size. Well, there's an intense rifle. I'm not going to favor it over what I've got just because it has the intense prefix.
If you want to get to the moon first, you're going to need
Intense prefix means it has a listed crit bonus. According to the Borderlands wiki, a Ranger class mod with a listed crit bonus buff.
Hey, over here! Yoo-hoo! Yes, you!
Buffs all weapons that have a listed crit bonus and all revolvers. which makes me wonder why revolvers... how should I phrase this? Well, if revolvers have crit bonus, but it's unlisted, and it's buffed by the Ranger class mod, if it has a listed crit bonus, then why is the same not also true for death shotguns? That's inconsistent and nonsensical. Some might ask, well, why would you want to use a shotgun as Mordy? Mordy's a sniper. Oh, he's a hunter. And a death-type shotgun, ideally with barrel 5, most ideally made by SNS or Hyperion, is a perfect Morty-style shotgun. There's a Panacea. Under-leveled, though.
The best defense is not a good offense, it's a good defense.
See, there you go again, changing missions on me. This is why I don't trust machines. They always think that their judgment is somehow superior to mine. And also notice how the list has changed position. These were in a different order before.
So get yourself a shield.
Nothing is reliable.
The place gets right. You can paint all kinds of pretty colors to boot. Let's trick out your ride.
I wonder if they changed stuff like that in Borderlands 1 Gaiden Enhanced. Or Golf Oscar Tango Yankee Echo, as Axton would say.
Atlas spares no expense in making guns that excel in every area.
Fairly decent Torg sniper rifle. Seven shots to detonate one of those. If they're non-elemental, 4 elemental shots. One blast from a shotgun or masher. Never mind that hiccup, whatever it was. That happens sometimes, and I don't know what causes it. 83 point, what was that? 9. Tediore revolver with barrel 2. I know I've said this before, but it's worth reiterating. This barrel is only good on mashers. Some brands see, it can't even make that distance. Some brands are accurate by the nature of the brand. Accurate enough that you get at least 89 point something accuracy, like BL1, for example. Accuracy is not the exclusive domain of Hyperion. Let me try something different here. I'll put this here and this here. Body 5. Combined with barrel 5. Not really impressed. But what do I expect? It's not like I'm playing at will. That took a whole lot more than I would have expected. So despite having barrel 5 and body 5, this SMG is still a level 40 Tediore. And here I am stuck on precisely Jack's squat, as per typical. And the shops have changed over.
You just walked into the wrong part of town.
This is a town? This isn't even a township. I grew up in a township. Podunk, Hufflepuff, hobbits represent. Podunk, Hufflepuff, Hoosier hobbits. Hoosier hobbits. Yeah, I like that. Indiana is basically the Shire. And I dig that. I hate zoom. Why is there zoom on sites that ought not have zoom? Why do some people think they need to have zoom with every type of site, even iron sites? A little bit is acceptable because it's supposed to represent your eyes focusing on target. This is more zoom than you need. This is like a dot set.
You like that?
Barrel 2, body 5, stock 3. I think.
Satisfaction abounds.
I hear another spider ant. Where is you? Are you stuck on scenery too? Not exactly zone sportsmanship style. Botched zone sportsmanship style. Since Tediore is slack in every domain except when it comes to reload speed,
Mally-1 guns shoot more lightning than the next leading competitor.
well-parted Stomper right here. Barrel 3, body 5. Stock 1, but that's acceptable because it's a doll. Sight 2, my personal fave. If this had an 18-round base mag capacity, it would be very excellent. See how this compares. It doesn't. Times 1 explodey and it's a 2-shooter. I would bet you almost anything that you would only get like 1 proc for every, I don't know, 6 shots or so. Useless. Worthless. I've never liked elemental shotguns in this game. Some of the most unreliable of all weapons. Same for elemental sniper rifles, except for explodey ones. Explodey ones proc per shot.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speed.
Barrel 1, body
Makes
5.
an easy-to-use
Stop.
gun.
4, I think. Sight 1. Ugh.
This is where the cars live. Get you one. Alright, let's get you rolling.
Alright, time to actually get some stuff done. While I'm here, I could burn that thingamadoozer, but I don't really feel like splicing missions into each other. Sometimes I can do that, depends on what frame of mind I'm in, I guess. Do a portion of one mission while also doing another. But in this case, how much time is that really going to save? Of course, the one Tediore weapon would have to be a worthless white label. Come on, this has barrel 5. I expect more out of barrel 5. Yeah, but it's barrel 5 on a Tediore. Doesn't matter. Barrel 5 on a Tediore. It's not a Stomper. Then again, Lil can get the most use out of Stompers because she has the high velocity skill which overrides the one weakness of Stompers.
What? You like that?
I know I've mentioned this before, but it's worth reiterating. They got all the capacities, all the mag capacities wrong on combat rifles in this game. They should all be boosted by 9 in order to make some semblance of sense. 12 should be 21. 18 should be 27. 21 should be 30. And in the case of pounders, you could increase them from, I don't know why I got out there, 6 to 12 rounds. You can get away with having a 12-round mag in a semi-auto rifle. But why not 15? You know, like an M1 carbine. Except being a pounder, you have to imagine that it's chambered for some big bore caliber comparable to maybe 458 SOCOM.
All right, boys, take him out. That hurt.
Oh, someone's got transfusion grenades. Double win. Probably didn't score that snapshot within a timely fashion. Oh! You must be the one who has it. Confirmed.
You want me to share,
huh? See how Atlas shotguns can have a fire rate of 0.6? That's indicative of a low-quality body type, most likely body 1. But their carnages are among the most accurate. So if you like carnage guns, no judgment. The best ones are made by Atlas and Jacobs. One of those things.
If you need healing, step right up.
Tediore puts me in kind of an Eeyore-like attitude. I guess that's appropriate since Tediore rhymes with Eeyore. Still feel the need to collect them all. Even though it's a necessity. Now, shops are going to change over again here pretty soon. Not going to bother checking those shops because I know there's nothing useful. I need to start phasing out all my level 40s. And that's the highest level Tediore stuff they're going to have in those shops. Will I make it? Yes. Shops. Just changed over. Useless. I don't know if I feel motivated enough to do all the DLCs on Tediore Elite. It's just not. Tediore just isn't as much fun as Doll. Doll is fun. I kind of suspected it would be like that. I mean, it's Tediore. And I'm not finding the stuff that I need to be effective with Tediore. It's taking too long. Not getting a level appropriate Panacea, not getting a level appropriate Masher, not getting a level appropriate combat rifle with the intense prefix, etc. I don't feel like spending entire episodes worth, dedicating entire episodes to farming and grinding. Even though I know I totally do that with Hyperion Zero.
You like that?
But it's a bit more fun in that case. Yeah, forget Cobras, I want Stompers. If it's gonna be like this. At this point, I'd settle for even a Stomper that doesn't have the intense prefix. I don't remember, when was the last time I had a Stomper on this character? Contrary-wise, I've always had Stompers on my doll Lil. Starting with level 7. Notice I'm not even bothering to use the SMG since it already proved itself to be lame despite having 2 of the best parts.
Another trophy from my wall.
Prioritize that one. The ones that can deal the most damage to your shield are the ones that can deal the most damage to you. You ever wonder why the fire ones are weaker than the acid ones? I guess it would help if I switched over to my Ranger class mod. Wait, what level was that? 31? 40. Now I'm seeing things. Getting so accustomed to subpar performance. Oh wait, the scriptures. Got myself sidetracked. Super close to hitting level 50. Swat him. Don't know what was killing my frame rate, but I wish it would stop. Barrel 4 and a spike. Not good enough. I know I said I wanted a masher, but I want one that's actually good. I'm not going to spend money on that. Even though I do have money to burn. I'm not going to burn money on a worthless piece of junk. The masher would come in handy here. Now look, 7.62. Which actually describes an entire family of calibers. 7.62 Tokarev, 7.62 Nagant, 7.62 M43, 7.62 NATO, etc. Shield sucks. So boring. In keeping with the motif of Tediore, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna need a new match. I can always rely on the game to keep me supplied with good stuff. Unless I'm on a Tediore Allegiance run, apparently. I'm always finding good stuff on my doll Allegiance run. And it doesn't take forever to kill stuff. 44. By the way, this shape is called an octahedron. I can actually kill something with this worthless revolver.
That hurt.
Worthless except as an ammo regen tool. So this religion, I guess, is kind of Lovecraftian. Which reminds me. Honest game trailers described Omega Flowey as basically Cthulhu, but I'm pretty sure they meant Shrub Nigereth. But beat that one, Sans. Shrub Nigereth. This is the part where a giant hook drags me off the stage.
Didn't like that?
Use key, I'm holding it down, come on. Ugh. Everything's cheesing me off now. I love the detail in these lily pads. Dog dish hubcap, middle part, Malawan shield, best middle part. What's the best element for a Nova shield? The overall best. And of course all of these are back. I have half a mind to abandon my Tediore Allegiance run and start an SNS Allegiance run as Mordy. If I had a Stomper, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be this tedious. You see how slow a 7.7 fire rate is on a combat rifle? All burst fire modes should be hyper burst. Otherwise, there's no point. hyperburst like the Nikonov. AN-94. Automat Nikonova, model of 1994. Cheeky Bricky, you don't get. That's certainly not the rifle of a Cheeky Bricky bandit. The AN-94, I mean. Opa, opa, over some Cheeky Bricky, you don't care. I knew he'd jump out to the left because I wanted to go right. Come on! Ugh. So tedious. This is why I like rubberized grenades. If I'm going to use any variation of contact grenades, gotta be penguin rubberized. Finish him! Finish him! There we go. Good arm on each and every one of you. Stupid that they're able to do that. Maybe that's one of their mutations. Super strength combined with super dexterity. We're gonna finish him? Of course. Oh, that's a masterpiece of a gun right there. And it figures I can't use it. S&S machine gun, probably a glorious massacre. Barrel 5, body 5, stock 5, I think. Called it glorious massacre. Never mind the stats, I would certainly take it over what I'm currently using. That's very similar to the one gun in this entire game that lasted me longer than any other. It was a level 51 purple S&S Glorious Massacre with barrel 5, body 5, and stock 2. The lowest quality body type for machine guns. What does this have? These both have stock 1. And I was using it on Roland on Playthru-2. If this had something resembling Clappy's secret stash, I'd pass that Glorious Massacre off to one of my Rolands.
Jacob scans do one thing really well. Power. And honestly, what else do you need?
Yes, I do believe that's a perfectly parted Glorious Massacre. I forget what parts a Glorious Massacre is able to have. And I forget what it is exactly that makes it a Glorious Massacre. I just know that it's good.
If you're on a budget, Tediore is always the way to go.
If I find a good enough pounder, I'll show you that pounders actually can be kind of good. What prefix did that one have?
Iron Atlas, and you too can see what it feels like to hold the power of the gods in your hands.
I forget what the war prefix indicates.
I'm Skipper, and this is my capture right now.
I have actually found pounders that were worth using, even ones made by Tediore. What you want on a pounder is barrel 3, 4, or 5. Barrel 4 preferred. Body 3, 4, 5. Body 5 preferred. That thing's gonna wreck my ride if I try to drive over it, as you would expect acid would do.
Another trophy for my wall.
Eight melee strikes before I got a lethal strike. Unreliability personified. That would be a good revolver to use on Zombie Island. don't know why I'm even bothering with this. I could just drive past them. I think it's because I wanted to get the acid ones out of my way because they would have ruined my car if I had driven into one of them. Why did my ammo regen stop at, what was it, 777? But did it just like the symbolic significance there? I've never fully understood what causes that. You'll notice your ammo regen will sometimes stop arbitrarily for no reason. There has to be something that causes that. If it's getting into and out of a vehicle, I could sort of understand that. But it's not consistent. It doesn't always happen. So what's the deciding factor? That's what I've never understood. There's the electric one.
Good boy.
Oh, not bad, not bad. Able to jump over a sword swipe. What is this, Kill Bill? Of course there would be one more. No, another more. Don't care about blade attachments except on shotguns. Because on handguns, it takes too long between melee strikes. There's a certain logic to that though, because with a shotgun you're holding it with two hands, so twice the dexterity. Ergo, half as much time between strikes. Really? How does that happen?
So big, so angry, so dead.
You really don't want this body type, body 4, on an S&S machine gun because it'll give it the slowest possible fire rate of all machine guns, which is 4.5. Which makes it not even feel like a machine gun. S&S machine guns are fine with odd-numbered body types, 3 and 5, but have exceedingly slow fire rate with even-numbered body types, 2 and 4. Body type 2, you get fire rate of 4.9. Body 3, 7.6. Body 4, 4.5. Body 5, 8.8. And those can be further increased with, depending on material type, prefix, or what specific type of machine gun it is. The Dove is Borderlands 1, equivalent to the Infinity from Borderlands 2. I wonder how rich I am. All right. I wonder how much of an experience this will be. This guy dresses like me.
Hi there.
I wonder what kind of shotgun I'll get for this. If it's a Tediore, will it have good parts?
These dirty criminals control access to the trash coast. Dispose of what you will so you can investigate further.
I'm about to become the harbinger of natural law. But first, what is it that I have to... That's right, I have to get Janus out of the way, and then I do something else for Taylor. At this point, Janus doesn't have turrets set up. That's something that Taylor installs. So I'll keep my fire revolver handy instead of my acid one. Well, probably still focus on the use of this. Notice how when an enemy is stunned, it even affects the fire rate of their weapon.
That's my boy.
Which may be video game logic, but it's useful. Taylor puts up way more of a fight than Janus. Bleh. Finish him. What am I stuck on? Of course. Notice how I've been trying to throw slightly to the side. Shops have new inventory. Wonder what I missed out on. I should have thought about that. I always think about that after the fact. What am I missing out on? If I just miss getting to a shop before a change. Yeah, see? Meat grinder, reference to Rambo. Heinously inaccurate on purpose. Probably as a way of... What am I stuck on? Nothing. Probably as a way of ridiculing the stupidity of firing an M60 one-handed from the hip, which Sly himself makes fun of in the commentary to either Rambo 2 or Rambo 3. I forget which one. Finish him. Come on. Contact grenade.
Come out, wherever you are.
Spaz. If you're gonna spaz out like that, finish him. Finish him. 2 whites and a red chest. Rip off. Four shots. That is assuming it hasn't been previously damaged. Here's another example of video game logic. You can carry more shotgun shells than revolver rounds. That's also true in all the Half-Life games. All the Half-Life games that have both a revolver and a shotgun. Where's the logic in that, though? Shotgun shells are bigger and heavier, ergo, you should be able to carry more revolver cartridges. But in Half-Life games, revolvers are somehow more powerful than shotguns. Again, video game logic. I love video games, but I'm a gun nut first, gamer second. And I don't like having my intelligence insulted.
400% more.
Oh, Defiler with barrel 5. Makes me wonder what had been in here 5 minutes ago. I'm so accustomed to Tediore shotguns being absolute trash that sometimes I glance right over them and don't even recognize that I'm looking at a Tediore shotgun, even though I'm doing a Tediore Allegiance run. Not even interested in a Tediore shotgun unless it has barrel 3, 4, or 5. Bare minimum fire rate of 0.8, determined by body type. Skitterling's back already. You notice the way Mordy slings his sword and scabbard on his back with the edge facing out, the sharp edge facing out instead of in? I wonder if that's advantageous. It doesn't seem like it would be. See how unreliable chance is? Relying on chance? For those lethal strikes, I mean.
Someone's getting a treat.
I've probably mentioned 8 Eyes. A Nintendo game called 8 Eyes at some point during one of my Mordy excursions. You played as a falconer in some sort of dystopian world, and you could actually control not only the falconer but also the falcon.
Can I help you?
And the falconer was also a swordsman.
Oh, look, it's another stinking flesh bag. Unless you have something Taylor Cobb needs to hear, you can bugger off like all you other walking shit containers.
That reminds me. Why don't we use our own shit as fertilizer? Seems like a waste of resources.
I should warn you about Tanis. There is something strange about her. We haven't had a supply transport come in years. And the commerce grid shows no log of her ever using any of my trade stations. But she must be getting resupplied somehow.
Well, she's ex-doll. We find out later on why that is. Oh, all of these are back. I'm not going to bother with that. Push me around like that.
Forget your bread!
Time for a nice, relaxing ride.
Oh, you're dead. You're dead. Roll cage won't protect you from that.
Hi there.
Now what kind of doomstick will I get? I thought I turned off the thing. The hell? I put the thing on there. Jump out the wrong way. Constantly illustrating how unreliable happenstance is. Holding down the use key, nothing's happening. I guess I could try leaving and coming back. What was I just saying about unreliability? How many different ways are you going to prove my point? You sorry-ass sack of shit. I don't ever remember having a problem with that before.
You don't need to be a better shot. You just need to shoot more bullets.
Nothing worth checking. In the other shops. The Cauldron. Did you ever see The Black Cauldron? I kind of liked it as a kid, but all in all, I think the Nostalgia Critic's review of it was pretty much spot on.
Let's get our feet out of the dust.
Jumped out the wrong way again. And of course, the idiots are all back. I don't feel like dealing with this. There we go. Now why can't you just do it right the first time? I know I've mentioned before how those giant flowers remind me of... They used to remind me of Subterranean.
Hi there.
Kind of still do. And of course a worthless shotgun that I can't use. But now they remind me of Undertale. Still remind me of Subterranean. Remind me of both, I guess we could say. And I've probably mentioned this before too, but Jesper Kyd was one of the composers for this soundtrack. He also did the soundtrack to Borderlands 2, and he did the soundtrack to Subterranea. It seems like kind of an odd place to put one of these, but I'm not complaining. Jumped out the wrong way. And look at that, another Malawan legendary that I can't use. If this wasn't a Tediore Allegiance run, I would have a Pestilent, Defiler, and a Hellfire.
If you need healing, step right up.
And since I already have an Equalizer, I'd be all set for taking on Old Haven.
Let's get you rolling.
Let's get our feet out of the dust.
Just want to check the shops.
Is shooting bullets just not cool enough for you? Get a Maliwan and light some people
I don't like
on
scopes on
fire.
double anarchies. It's insulting. Scopes on double anarchies is just as insulting as scopes on shotguns. Scopes on mashers I can tolerate because some mashers are highly accurate. Oh, what should I do? I think I'll save this stuff for next time. I know I still need to get this done.
Encounter enough beasties out there, and you'll be happy you won from the best.
Well, nothing to do now but check the shops. Lick my chops. Check the shops. Yeah, I might be licking my chops if I was doing, let's say, an S&S Allegiance run, or not an Allegiance run at all. But since I'm doing Tediore Allegiance run, there's nothing to lick my chops over. I'm not going to bother scrounging stuff here. And of course,
If you're on a budget, Tediore
might as well have not even come here.
way to go.
I wanted access to the good shop. Better shop, I mean. You knew what I
Be a
meant.
better shot. You just need to shoot more bullets.
Nothing worth scrounging here, not even for a resale value. Head on over to T-Bone. I can't believe there's still people in this world who still, even 9 years after this game came out, still say clip instead of magazine.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
We're too far into the 21st century by this point for people to still be getting that wrong. A clip is a device, other than a speed loader, used for loading a magazine or cylinder.
Before you answer,
Examples include, but are not limited to, stripper clips, moon clips, and on-block clips.
If I can't find you what you need, can't be found on Pandora. Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
Barrel 5, body 1, stock 4, I think, and sight 1, and an 18-round mag.
Talk to you later.
There are 2 combat rifle magazines and I think 3 machine gun magazines. And I don't know what all their numeric designations are.
What do you want? Spit it out.
First aid kit, and you won't regret it.
I want worthwhile replacements for my
Just
stuff.
tell me if you need anything.
Hey, let's get you rolling, man.
What was that all about? Don't drag me off to the side like that.
Hyperion asks, what good is a gun that doesn't shoot where you point? Get a gun that's as accurate as you are.
Now that's a decent masher. Okay. Maybe a green, but it does at least 100 damage per projectile. Now look at this piece of junk. I don't understand why stockless rifles are a thing in this game or any other. It means faster equip speed, but reduced handling characteristics. What kind of a ranged, not even a ranged ninja would do this? Put a scope on a stockless rifle. That's no different from putting a scope on a shotgun that has a stockless pistol gun. It's insulting. This has body 1, and yet has a 1.3 fire rate. Better than what you usually get with body 1 on a revolver.
Here! I need your help with something.
And it has mag 2 or mag 4 type of cylinder. I'm still not entirely sure. It has barrel 3. Good barrel. The only problem is the rear sight has neither a notch nor a groove. For some indeterminate reason. Check these shops one more time. Doll is my most used brand in Borderlands 1. Oh, look at that. Barrel 5, body 5, stock 5, sight 3. It's only too bad it's elemental. Burst fire guns typically don't make very good elementals. Both of these Vladoff machine pistols are good. Crom's sidearm is a pretty good burst fire elemental, one of the few that's actually worth using, but it's tragically overlooked by most players. I've noticed newer players are more willing to try it out, whereas seasoned old-timers like myself, for the most part, dismiss it entirely. But it is actually good. And it's an Atlas. You'd think it would be, I don't know, a Doll or a Malawan. And it's a level 23 Atlas on Playthru 1. Level 23 is not a tier for any manufacturer. And Atlas goes from 19 to 28. So why not make it a level 25 Dahl or Malawan repeater that fires bursts? Technically, in the nomenclature of our world, that would be classified as a machine pistol. Alright, so I've been here and here and here and here, so I can go back to Underdome and call it.
If you're on a budget, Tediore is always the way to go.
Those sights would disappear while you're aiming down those sights, because for some reason that type of sight, which is iron sights on top of a vent rib, when it's on a machine pistol it disappears when you're ADSing. I've never understood that. It doesn't happen on repeaters, only on machine pistols.
First aid kit. You won't regret it.
Best part, right side. The soda can looking thing. Oh. You ever wonder why the fire attachment on revolvers doesn't look as cool as the acid or electric ones? I know this looks weird. Why would I put my combat rifle there instead of there? It's just, I don't know, for some reason I'm so accustomed to associating slot 3 with assault rifles, combat rifles, machine guns in most FPS games, so it just feels natural to have that in that slot, and shotguns in slot 2, masher, shotgun. Almost was going to say same diff, but it's not. It's in gameplay terms it is. Barely any difference. 10 levels difference, and it's the only part that's different is the barrel, apparently. Barrel 1, barrel 2, they look like they have the same cylinder, which is either a Mag 2 or Mag 4 type of cylinder, and they definitely have the same body because that's the part that defines the equalizer. It always has body 3, a good body type to have on any revolver. So then, what is it that makes the fire rate different? Is it because of the slightly different legendary label color, or is it the model number? No, that would have something to do with the barrel type, right? We've got EQ11, EQ21. Here's the question to bake your noodle, though. Barrel 1, barrel 2. So then why don't the model numbers go in order? Well, apparently that's not what if that is what determines the model number, then it doesn't go in order of barrel type. And I don't know what brutal and raw, what those prefixes mean. I guess if I did, I would be factoring those into my assessment or whatever. All right. I'm going to go ahead and sell this blast protector. It's useless to me.
Want to shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov has your needs covered. If he took more than one shot, you weren't using a Jacobs.
Jacob's Allegiance might be the most challenging. Well, I don't know about that. It depends. If it's absolute Jacob's Allegiance, that is the most challenging for sure, because that means no shield, no nade mod. Now, you know what? I don't need to. Break myself out of my own box. Kind of like tennis, but in a different context. But you see the parallel, or maybe you don't, which is fine. I'm not going to explain it any further than that. Oh, which of these will I end up doing next? I'll just put it on that. That'll do for now. Until next time, catch you on the flip side. And see you next mission, slaboids.